My friends, for the first time in a long time, I had a glue joint that says, nope, ain't gonna do it. I'll tell you all about that right after this. Hello, my friends. Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Workshop. It is Wednesday, November 9th, the day after our fun jam at Dickey's Barbecue in Rolla, Missouri. Oh my gosh, that was a good jam last night. We had a great time. Not a big crowd last night, but the few that were there seemed to really thoroughly enjoy it, and I think the band was real happy with what we did as well. We had a good time. We're starting to practice our Christmas shows because we do have a Christmas gig or two coming up, and it's always good to start practicing Christmas tunes because they're hard to play. The way I put it was, those Christmas songs were written by professionals. That makes them hard to play. Anyway, we had fun, and it was a really good time. So what do I mean by telling you that I had a glue joint that said, nope, ain't gonna do it? Well, here's the story. I've got this J45 style guitar, Gibson guitar, and it needs a lot of work. It mostly needs this area fixed right here. This is what it's really here for. This big crack, and the pick guard has shrunk, and it's made a huge dish right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a huge dish. I think you can see it there. It's really bigger than you would expect, and it's because that pick guard is shrunk up. My guess it's probably due to the spray-on type finishes that have been used. It causes these pick guards to shrink. I've said it many times. Do not use those spray-on polishes and things. Like Pledge and things like that. They have too many chemicals in them, and it will cause your pick guards to shrink. Do not use them. You've been warned. Like my algebra teacher said, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make them swim on their back. So you've been warned. Instead, use a paste wax like Renaissance wax, or another good furniture paste wax, something like that, like a Minwax furniture paste wax is a great wax. The thing about paste waxes is, put them on, take them off immediately. Don't wait 5 minutes, don't wait 1 minute. Put it on, rub it on real good, take it right back off. And only do a small area at a time when you're doing paste wax. And keep your rag turning so that the wax doesn't build up on your rag. Keep your rag turning and get that wax off as quick as you can. It's a lot more elbow grease, no doubt about it, but your instrument will thank you for it, and you'll even like the sound better because it will crisp up the finish. And on some instruments, it makes a dramatic difference. Okay, well, let's get back to the problem here. The customer didn't really bring this for the bridge being loose, but I noticed just this corner was loose. The rest of the bridge seems completely tight. And I asked him about that, and he says he wants to keep the bridge original. He doesn't, it's got these mechanical fasteners, which I am definitely not a fan of. But, he says if possible, keep it original. And if I have to change it, he's okay with that, but he'd rather not. Because it was only loose on this corner, I decided I would just, clean that out. I took an X-Acto blade, got under there, cleaned it out best I could. And then I squeezed glue under there really well and clamped it down. I left it about 3 hours. I took the clamp off of it. It didn't hold. That's really the first time I've had that experience in a very long time. So this clamp has been on here now about 18 hours. And right now, on camera, we're going to take it off and see if it's held this time. And if it didn't, we're going to take the whole bridge off and fix it. So here we go. I promise you, I don't know because I haven't taken it off. It's been on there for 18 hours. And I've got a little block on the inside in here that was double-sided taped up to the top there so that the clamp, would be pressing on that to give it a little bit of extra space. It looks like it held this time, But the best test is to take something like a piece of paper like this and see if it'll slide under there. Oh, quite honestly, it looks like it's going a little bit. Doggone it, I can't believe that's not holding. I really usually don't have that problem. It's only going under a tiny bit now compared to where it used to go back under there about that far. So, I don't know. I'll think on that. Doggone it, I'm really disappointed in that. I really thought that would hold because the glue was under there really well, and the problem with this kind of thing is that the glue can't cure as well because it's all trapped in there. So maybe I should have left it at 2 days, you know. Doggone it anyway. We'll just have to wait and see what we're going to do about that. A little frustrated with that thing right there. But in other news, the Acoustic Shoppe boys, you know, the Chapman family, which are Jason, Jeremy, and John. We have been doing a little bit of collaborating back and forth, and they just put out a video of Jeremy and myself playing Old Joe Clark. I'd like for you to check that out. And so what I'd like for you to do is go over there and blow up their channel and watch that video. I'm putting a link in the description to that video, and I think you'll be happy that you went there because, first of all, Jeremy is absolutely an incredible mandolin player. He's as good as anybody that plays a mandolin in the world these days. Me, not so much, but for a guy that's about to turn 68, I held up okay. Nothing like Jeremy, but I did okay. And but what I'm really proud about was that they were both played on two mandolins I built. One of them is the world's finest mandolin ever built by a human, and that was played by Jeremy, and he just made that thing talk. And then I played the mandolin that I've been playing prior to building that one. I've been playing that mandolin for several years, and it's a good mandolin as well. It's made with a sycamore back and sides, so that way you can kind of hear a contrast there, and they both sound real good, I think. I've always said that all my mandolins sound very, very consistent, so I think you'll hear that in the video as when you listen to it also. So I hope you will go over there and check it out, and when you do, be sure to put in the comments that Rosa sent us or something like that, Jerry sent us over, whatever. And I would appreciate it. And while you're there, go ahead and give them a subscription too, because they deserve it. They're a great bunch of guys. We are doing another collaboration, as you may already know, because I did show this in a previous vlog, but I'll show it to you again right now. So here's our current collaboration. They apparently had shipped this out to a customer and it got damaged in shipping, is what I understand. I'm not 100% sure of the whole story, but anyway, it did get damaged in shipping, however that happened. And you can see that it's, it needs some strings. It's going to take a little bit of work. I'm going to have to cut a long bevel in this and a long bevel in this and put in a big old scarf type joint and make it happen. It's a Larrivee mandolin, by the way. So it's a nice mandolin. I'm sure it's a very expensive mandolin. But anyway, we're going to make it right down the road. This is about third in queue right now. I've got that Gibson. I've got one more in front of this one, and then this one will be the one after that. I don't know how long the other one's going to take. It may not take that long. I don't know. But this one's going to be a pretty big project right here. I think that's going to be about it for today, so be sure to go over and check out the video at the Acoustic Shoppe where Jeremy and I are playing our mandolins, and we're playing the tune Old Joe Clark. There's a link in the description, and be sure to tell them in the comments that Jerry sent you over there. So I would appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, get busy and get that done. And also, give us a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Tell your friends. We'll see you tomorrow.